Once again, welcome everyone. I'm Richard Fredrickson. We're at Al's Steakhouse here in beautiful Joliet, Illinois. I have one of my really good friends who, in busy schedule, stopping by for us, and I will tell you, I don't know how long this show is going to be, but it'll be longer than we anticipated because Dr. Robert Navarro, Bob, has more information for you, and I want you to, if you can, get your notebook out or get some paper, a pencil, whatever you need, because there's going to be some events you will want to participate in, and he's going to tell you all about that in just a minute. First of all, Robert, thank you very much for coming by.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
It is a great location, and I want to mention this again, Al's Steakhouse, fabulous for lunch. You just can't beat the place for lunch. It's a wonderful, wonderful tradition. I've said this often, but it's true. It's an iconic restaurant here in Joliet. On Jefferson Street, Hamus, or if you call it Hamus, or Hams, however you want to call it. Dinner, banquets, and this fabulous buffets they have on Sunday. You just can't beat it. And if you haven't been to Al's for a while, make sure you get in here, particularly in the summertime, because it's a great time to come on in and enjoy dinner with the family. Okay? Do that for us. All right, Bob, we've got a lot of questions for you. But one of the things that I think I did not ask you when we did this a couple of months ago on WJOL radio, I never did get the background of the Heritage Corridor. You know, when did it all come about and why?
That's a great question, actually. The Heritage Corridor represents the communities and counties along the Illinois-Michigan Canal, and the Illinois-Michigan Canal was the nation's first national heritage corridor signed into legislation by President Ronald Reagan in 1984. And so a national heritage corridor is another name for a linear park. It was designated by the National Park Service. We still hold that designation today. There's another organization, the Canal Corridor Association, that promotes the history and the preservation of the I&M Canal for the region. So we partner with them in promoting different events that they do, but we are the marketing and promotion arm of the National Heritage Corridor in this region. So we promote those communities, those canal communities that are all along the canal route, Lockport, Lamont, Ottawa, Joliet, LaSalle, Peru, Morris, as well as the entire counties of Putnam, LaSalle, Will, and Grundy. So those are the communities that we work with.
We're going to take a closer look. Let's roll this and check out, see if what he said is true.
Designated in 1984 by then-President Ronald Reagan, the Illinois and Michigan Canal region became the country's first National Heritage Corridor. Today, the I&M Canal National Heritage Corridor maintains the historic towpath as a hiking and biking trail. From the trail, many historical buildings and structures dating to the canal's heyday still stand as revitalized relics from days gone by. Visit our website to explore more shopping and dining options in the I&M Canal region. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile.
Leaping ahead a little bit, because we rehearsed this for hours before. One of my favorite corridors, and I know it is yours too. I know we talked about the Heritage Corridor, but there's so much importance about Route 66. And can you kind of emphasize or describe and define and illustrate for us the importance of Route 66 for us here in the Heritage Corridor?
Well, it's the Route 66 corridor for us is very important. It's very important because of the number of international visitors that come to the area to see and experience part of what they consider true Americana. So they want to get out on the open road, they want to meet the people, understand those local stories that make Route 66 what it is. And so we often boast that the Heritage Corridor region is the start of their Route 66 tour right outside of Chicago. We advertise and promote for international and domestic visitors to visit and travel America's Main Street, really, and we do that through a variety of promotions, and we have a couple videos that we partnered with Brand USA and the Illinois Office of Tourism. We did them in language. The European market is very much interested in a Route 66 product So we did a UK version of a commercial as well as a German version. Now the German version we could play here today, but unless you know German, you wouldn't understand it because it's in language. And then we also did a Canadian version of the promotion. And so Brand USA is the marketing arm for the United States and other countries. And so when they are promoting Route 66, especially the Illinois section, they're promoting these videos out or these segments of videos out in their Facebook, social media, as well as national advertising campaigns. So Route 66 is very, very important to our local economy because of the international visitors that come, and they spend money in our restaurants and in our shops, at the Joliet Museum. We just finished Red Carpet Corridor a couple weeks ago, which is very successful, an annual event that stretches from Joliet to Pontiac, and we encourage visitors to visit the communities and the attractions that are on Route 66 that weekend. And so I think this year's Red Carpet Corridor hit almost, 4,000 people at the Joliet Museum, and almost 7,000 total for the weekend coming through the Joliet area. So we were thrilled with that type of response for Red Carpet Corridor.
You mentioned Brand USA. This was interesting. In fact, I believe is true, that's really a recent entity.
Very new. It's less than 3 years old. Brand USA is not. It's not funded by any tax dollars, residential tax dollars. It's funded by a public-private partnership. So companies like McDonald's and Walt Disney and the airlines, they all partner with Brand USA to leverage these marketing and promotion buys. So it's very new. That was signed into legislation by President Obama, and it was part of the Travel Promotion Act. And it was authorized for 3 years, so it is going to be reauthorized next year, all fingers crossed, because really that program allowed our bureau, our small bureau here in Illinois, to extend our international budget by about 33%. So the dollars that they invested in what we were doing to promote Route 66 along with the state of Illinois, I was able to increase my budget by about 33%.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at that UK video. Not the German one, the UK one.
Chicago is such a wonderful place to visit, but traveling down America's main street, Route 66, in Chicagoland's largest playground, shows Illinois in a whole different dimension. One of the first stops to make is Joliet, which has an abundance of activities and attractions to entertain the whole family.
Welcome to Illinois. My name's Jody, and I'm going to highlight for you some of the best the state has to offer, along and beyond Route 66.
Just outside Joliet, in Romeoville, you will find the White Fence Farm, family-owned since the 1920s. The secret recipe, and always cooked fresh, helped earn the restaurant the title for World's Best Chicken. Also in Romeoville, stop by the historic Fitzpatrick House, home to photography exhibit on the Illinois and Michigan Canal, as well as Route 66 information kiosk. Here you can learn about other famous Route 66 landmarks, including the iconic Gemini Giant and the Polka Dot Drive-In.
Welcome to the Joliet Area Historical Museum, where you'll find state-of-the-art presentations, touchscreen exhibits, and even a lunar lander simulator that you can step inside of and guide your way to the surface of the moon, just like the 1969 moon landing.
Next, visit the Rialto Square Theatre. This theatre is absolutely stunning, with marble walls and European architecture that is breathtaking. And it still hosts a multitude of concerts, plays, and some stand-up comedy. Only an hour outside of Joliet is the must-see Starved Rock State Park, which was voted Illinois' #1 attraction. Sitting on the south bank of the Illinois River, Starved Rock State Park is home to endless trails, seasonal waterfalls and canyons, and the tall bluffs are a complete contrast to the usual flatlands of Illinois. On the river you can kayak, jet ski, paddle boat, fish, or rent a houseboat for a couple of days. There are places to camp, hunt and horseback ride, and an abundance of wildlife and events year-round. It also offers several restaurants, an historic lodge and conference centre, and a trolley so you can enjoy the park anywhere you like.
These are just a few of the incredible places you must visit as you make your way down America's main street in Chicagoland's largest playground.
Real quick, a couple of events have already taken place that you missed. We're going to put on the calendar for next year, but you mentioned the Joliet Historical Museum earlier. A great event, a combination partnership between the Heritage Corridor, City Center Partnership, and sponsors. I believe Darcy was involved in the sponsorship of what I'm about to talk to you about, and that was the event Star Wars.
Star Wars, unbelievable. Really started out of an idea from the Joliet Public Library, and the Joliet Public Library still kind of champions this event for the Joliet community. This year, over 7,000 people participated in Saturday's afternoon activities. Just amazing, just amazing. It's the largest costume, or I'm sorry, it's the second largest costume character of Star Wars event in the United States. We're second to a Lucasfilm Days in Florida, but second for costume characters in the region. So really exciting. It also generated some traffic. We did a free day at the museum that day. It generated lots of traffic through the museum doors. The museum had some exhibits and some demonstrations and things. But it's a free event for families to come out and enjoy Star Wars. They could meet some of the characters. They could dress up. They had different activities right outside. It was an outdoor festival. Also, the Joliet Slammers participated this year. They did their Friday night game and did a Star Wars theme. So we just need to add something on Sunday next year and build that event, make it bigger and better.
Well, we had the American Legion Band leading the 501st Legion and the Rebel Legion behind them, and we'll take a look. It was fun. Channel 6 covered that one, Bob. There's a few others, and then we're going to get to events coming up. But last weekend, well, you don't know what weekend it is, but the weekend that I'm talking about, Freedom Ride took place. And down that Starved Rock area.
Marcel Seneca.
Oh, my goodness. I've never seen so many motorcycles in my entire life. I mean, there had to be thousands of those men and women from all over. I guess they come from all over the place to do that at the Freedom Wall. Is that in Utica?
Seneca, Marcel Seneca.
Marseilles. And that was
right along the Illinois River.
Yeah, we were climbing down the St. Louis Canyon at the Starved Rock, and which I highly recommend, by the way. It is one of the commercial. It's on one of the clips of one of the Illinois tourism commercials and Heritage Corridor commercials. Speaking of that, you have a couple of quick commercials that promote and highlight tourism. When we come back from showing some of those, my question will be, what's the impact of tourism? And not so much in the numbers, maybe you can throw some numbers in there, but really your own personal perspective on tourism, impact on you and me and our businesses and our environs here. Let's take a look. Park President Billy Liemacher receiving the Lincoln Award for promoting Bicentennial Park for over 40 years. Show 'em with her table mates. Yes, that's me with the hat. Hello, Billy. Long time no see.
It has been a long time, and have we ever been busy down here? We've had so many festivals and shows, and the most important one is the Festival of Gnomes in December. Well, you know, I'm 92 and I'll be 93 in May, so we have a lot of things going on. We have concerts on the Hill every Thursday night, June, July, and August. We have guided tours, wonderful guided tours about the information that was here. We have festivals. We have so much that's going on here.
Billy Lee Mocker Bicentennial Park in downtown Joliet.
But for complete information, go to www. But for more information, why, on your computer, go to www.org. Bicentennialpark.org.
My hat's off to Grandma Gnome, Billy Lee Mocker. So, what's the importance of tourism?
Well, tourism really means jobs, and so there are quite a few people that are employed in the tourism industry because of visitors coming to the area. You have hotel staff, you have attraction staff, you have taxi and transportation staff. So there are a lot of jobs that are related to and created by tourism and tourism dollars. So we do encourage people to come to our communities. Our area is mostly a leisure-based destination, although you did mention Al's earlier for meetings and events, and I'm glad that you did, because Al's is a great location to have a variety of bridal showers and wedding baby showers and things like that. So lots of events can happen here at Al's, as well as other places in the corridor. So the economic impact really comes down to jobs. Visitors mean jobs, and we want more and more visitors to come to our communities and visit our events and festivals, as well as visiting our attractions and our restaurants and shop in the shops and certainly even buying gas in the communities.
One thing I noticed in the last, 2 years or so, from the Joliet Historical Museum records, they've got that kiosk that you guys worked on with I think the Rotary Club, and you've got other things that you've implanted there at the museum. You can kind of get a look at who's coming through at least the Joliet area, and the Czech Republic, the Germans. Well, it just goes on.
It goes on and on. Just in the last probably month, our bureaus touched upon a Brazilian group that came through, was filming on Route 66. We had a Czech group filming on Route 66 in the last month. We've also worked with another group from France who are travel writers as well as group tour operators. And so we took them around the area as well. And so the more visitors that we can get to come to the area and see what we have to offer and see all the different attractions and entertainment and stops along Route 66, the better off we are trying to get their visitors to come as well.
Yeah, it is jobs, and you and I need to be ambassadors. You never know who these people are. I met a couple at the Route 66 Diner, which is in downtown Joliet. We're from the United Kingdom, UK, and then we were doing a show, the last week's show with Scott Paddock and Michael Glamucci, promoting events in Joliet and the NHRA. And there was a couple right behind the cameras, and they were from New York City. Mm-hmm. And they make an annual stop in Joliet as they make their once-a-year trip down Route 66. Mm-hmm.
It's very important for the local community to know what we have to offer here and to encourage their visitors and guests that come to experience some of our attractions, whether it's the Slammers or the Speedway, or even visit restaurants like Al's, because it's really important that the locals know what is happening. We just did we partnered with the City of Joliet and Will County Lodging Association on a FAM tour to take some of the front desk staff out to some of our attractions, and we focused on Route 66. We took them down to the Polka Dot Drive-In. We took them to Gemini Giant. We stopped at the Speedway and got them in the pace cars and let them ride around. So we took them for almost a whole day and let them know what some of the attractions were on Route 66. So when a visitor comes to the front desk and say, hey, what is there to do here? They can say, oh, I did this with a tour, or I know that. And so it's very important for our local community to know and to share with their visitors and guests what we have.
Yeah, it is. And one of the things that I've tried to do, and I'm going to do more of, is to visit some of these areas on Route 66 ourselves. We went to Starved Rock last weekend. We're going to be down at, well, I've seen the Gemini Giant, but we're going to tour down through Route 66 because, they don't use this name anymore, but it's a staycation. Within 2 hours, you're in a different environment completely, and you can be in the canyons of Starved Rock, or you can be in the small towns of Seneca or LaSalle. And, well, let's talk a little about the upcoming things, okay? You got your notebook out there. We've got some upcoming events that you will be able to get to, and within an hour, 2 hours at the most, and enjoy your day, and then come on back home. Let's begin with a couple of them, and we're going to give you a website, because he may not be able to get every single event that's coming up here, but you do have them all listed on the website.
We do have many events that are listed in the website. In fact, if there are events out there that you know of that are not on the website, you can always add them. Heritage Corridor, CVB.com, and that I'm sure will be up on the screen as well. But Heritage Corridor, CVB.com has a list of a variety of events. But before we talk about upcoming events, I do want to highlight for people some annual events that you might want to put on your calendar for next year, because these were great successes already happened earlier this summer. The first weekend in May, we already mentioned the Red Carpet Corridor. That will always happen first weekend in May, trying to highlight the communities along Route 66 from Joliet to Pontiac. Also, Mother's Day weekend this year was our inaugural Starved Rock Country Marathon. So we did the first ever marathon and half marathon in Starved Rock Country, started and ended in Ottawa, Illinois. We had 1,300 runners participate in the event. 22 different states came in to run our race. We also had a runner from Ireland and a runner from Canada. So for our first year, we are thrilled. It is not a flat and fast course.
Did you run it?
I did not run it. No, I worked a water stop. I do run marathons, but I did not run this one. I worked a water stop right at the bottom of a hill. But it is not a flat and fast course. But we did have 8 people qualify for Boston. So we were thrilled to have that type of turnout for the race, and then that type of prestige really on our course. And so I would encourage any runners to sign up next year. It will be Mother's Day weekend next year. That weekend is also the Lamont Quarryman Challenge. So that's a 9-mile loop through the hills at Waterfall Glen, and that's another challenging course as well, but happens the same weekend in Lamont. Also, you mentioned Star Wars Day, which is good. Mark your calendar for Star Wars Day. But also the second weekend of June is the Ottawa Lobster, Jazz, and Wine Festival. So it happens right there along the Illinois River. Great jazz performances are happening all weekend for free. It's a free festival. This year's Grammy Award winner was Stephen Hawke, and he headlined the Saturday night performances. But you can pre-order your lobster dinners.
You better pre-order your
lobster. You better pre-order your lobster dinners, that's for sure. I think they sold over 1,300 pre-ordered lobster dinners, all cooked on site. So it's a great, great festival, all for free in downtown Ottawa there. Plus this week, or that same weekend, is also Gus Macker 3-on-3 basketball tournament that happens in downtown Morris. This year they had 45 more teams enter the tournament, so that's great. That's 45 times 3 plus their family and friends all coming to downtown Morris for that basketball tournament. So that was great to have. We could talk about upcoming events if you're ready.
Yeah, we're all set. Are you ready out there? Let's do some upcoming events.
Well, upcoming events that are happening all summer long. Certainly you don't want to miss the Thursday night concerts on the Hill at the Bicentennial Park here in Joliet. Every Thursday night at 6:30 are the concerts on the Hill at Bicentennial Park. But also check out our website for other events that are happening at Bicentennial Park as well. I know they do a play and a musical later in the summer.
Yeah, they've got a great new company there. I think they've got something, it's not called Nonsense or Nonsense, but it's something like that.
There is a Nonsense event happening there as well. Sure. Also, the area has lots of farmers markets, from the Bolingbrook Promenade to downtown Joliet on Friday afternoons to the Lamont has a full day on July 8th. Three French Hens is very famous and pulling in a lot of regional draw, which is in downtown Morris. So the Three French Hens market is a must to see as well. Also throughout the summer we have Starved Rock trolley and canyon tours. You mentioned earlier walking the canyons, but they'll actually take you a tour on the canyons, show you, they'll name all the canyons for you, tell you which canyons to go to, which ones you can hike to, which ones have seasonal waterfalls. With all the moisture that we've had lately, there's lots of waterfalls happening at Starved Rock right now, which is exciting. Also, Hagler Karras Mansion in LaSalle has a summer music festival every Friday night. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your own BYOB, so to speak. It's sort of the Ravinia of LaSalle County, that they have this entertainment and on-site picnicking and wine happening there at the Hagler Karras Mansion.
Do we know, do they do tours before that, or if they don't?
They do tours on Friday afternoons. It's a great place. Yeah, You might want to call ahead or check out our website, but they do tours different times. I know that they will only close from tours for special occasions, and they have a great little gift shop there at the mansion. Really great little gifts
Kelly
and
buys all that
souvenirs.
stuff for herself, and that is a hidden gem. You said the what mansion? It's Hegler Karras Mansion in just kind of a nondescript kind of neighborhood, and the actual company is still right in the backyard practically. And I highly recommend that somewhere on your summer bucket list you get over to see that.
I think we have a little video we can show.
Let's do that.
Let's show the Hegler Karras video.
Take a trip back in time to the Hegler Karras Mansion, the Downton Abbey of North Central Illinois, right here in LaSalle.
This 7.5-story mansion, 140 years of living history and architecture, fascinating family stories, located in Chicagoland's largest playground.
Just minutes away from Starved Rock and an easy ride from the Chicagoland area. You and your family will love making memories at the mansion.
You know, just a hop, skip, and jump from LaSalle. And by the way, the other thing about LaSalle that I love their downtown. It's like these old towns, like Ottawa and LaSalle. It's like a different world. You know, it's like you're going into Mayberry, USA. You start out with Morris. Nothing, it's not negative, but I mean, it's just particularly for you folks who've come from Chicago and you've just now settled into the Joliet area and you want to see something different. Here's something different. Try Seneca, Illinois.
Welcome to the village of Seneca, in Illinois' oldest family-owned hardware store, Ellis Ace Hardware. Come enjoy the village of Seneca.
So much to do on the Illinois River. Something for everyone. Camping, boating, fishing, and located in Chicagoland's largest playground. Seneca, home of World War II LST Museum. Opening soon.
We invite you and your family to our village of Seneca. Visit our website for upcoming events.
We're going to continue now with upcoming events. You have more?
Of course, we have more. Lots of events happening in the corridor this summer. Also, I was talking earlier about ongoing events. Raging Wave Water Park has a new high diving act that they are performing daily when the park is open, and also the Joliet Slam.
Where's that at?
Raging Waves Water Park is in Yorkville, Illinois, but you can check out our
right off of
website.
Route 47?
Right off of Route 47.
I've seen
You
that.
can't miss it. Can't miss it.
I've seen that.
So,
Dick Schuster and Millie Schuster, they take that real big roller coaster thing. I've seen them. It's not a roller coaster. It's just a big dive. If they can do it, you can do it. Go right ahead.
the other is Joliet Slammers Baseball. What a great, affordable, family fun venue. Yeah. I mean, really, really, it's a beautiful facility. Lots of unique ticket packaging, pricing for family. I believe they have, over 60 beers on tap there for adult beverages. Plus, they have all-you-can-eat packages for food, and it's just a great venue for family fun. And they have lots of home games coming up. So I think July 4th through the 6th they'll be home, July 18th through the 23rd they'll be home, and then July 30th and 31st they have home games there as well. So lots happening ongoing. But, we talked a little bit about July, and July seems to be the month of the arts. We have lots of arts things happening in the corridor. We have the July 10th through the 27th in LaSalle, Illinois, Stage 212. We'll be performing Annie with local community players theater. Also, July 25th through the 27th in Ottawa, we have Auntie Mame with Walt Willey from All My Children fame. He will come back and bring some of his castmates from All My Children to put on this production of Auntie Mame in the community. He is really a local hometown favorite. He has really generated a lot of interest and buzz for his hometown in Ottawa and bringing people back to the community. And he believes so much in the arts that it's a nonprofit organization that he's formed to give back to these communities and to the schools regarding the arts programs.
Yeah, how great that is, to come back to hometown and to bring a little bit of art and a little bit of culture out into those areas. And Ottawa, from where you're at right now, what is it, 40 minutes away, 45 minutes away, something like that, And you could take 6 out there, you could take You can go I-80 if you want to. That's fine too. But when you take I-80, you're whizzing by all these places. You got to take the. I think it's 6 you can take.
Six,
out there.
yep,
Yeah.
6 will take you all the way out
Yeah,
there.
and that's a nice. I suggest you do that. That's,
A little bit closer to home is Lockport. Lockport is having their first summer art series, also in July, and so this year's theme is steampunk. Mayor Steve Streit has created a new event in downtown Lockport.
Great.
On the 25th and 26th, there'll be a vendor fair. On the 26th will be an arts gala with dinner, entertainment, certainly art installation. And then on the 27th, he's having 2 events. They're having high tea in the afternoon at 2 o'clock, and then in the evening, actually all day long, they're doing what they are considering an open play event at the Legacy Paintball Park. And so this is the first time Lockport is kicking off their summer art series. And if you visit Lockport right now, there are some new public art installations around the community that all have to do with the steampunk theme. And so if steampunk is of interest, you might want to head to Lockport now or that last week of July for their summer art series.
wow. Well, congratulations to the mayor and his folks there, because that really kind of showcased Lockport. I know they had a tremendously successful Canal Days. Great weather for it, fabulous parade, and a lot of fun at the Canal Days. And put that one in the calendar as well for next year. That's always kind of the start of the summer season with Canal Days. And there's a great history and legacy behind all of that at the I&M Canal. So, continue, kind sir. Do you have more good stuff for us?
Well, we can pretty much wrap it up. I don't want to go too far in advance. Check out the website, Heritage
So I
Corridor.
have to have you back. Is that what I'm saying?
CVB.com. Absolutely have me back. But for those in the Joliet area, when you're not watching Joliet cable TV, check out WTTW's Check Please. The Heritage Corridor region just had a restaurant featured on Check Please, the Cajun Connection in Utica.
Oh.
So we were one of 5 restaurants picked outside of the Chicago area, and it aired for the first time last weekend. So we were absolutely thrilled to have Cajun Connection picked as one of the restaurants for Check Please. Actually, a local resident from Ottawa who lives in Chicago was the host of that segment, and they showed video clips from Hegler Caris and Starved Rock State Park, and certainly Cajun Connection in Utica. So check out Check Please. In reruns, look for the Around Illinois program.
Yeah, and they do rerun those shows, by the way, several times. Speaking, not a rerun, but I want you to know that let's see, if you're looking at him, it'll be his left shoulder, is little Abe, and my goodness, that commercial with you, Mr. President, has been not only here, but it's everywhere.
It is everywhere. The first commercials were aired last fall with Mini Abe, mostly within a 5-state area. But Mini Abe went national this spring with the national cable buy. There are 2 spots out there. One is where he's touring Illinois and visiting events and festivals, of which we were able to get the Chicagoland Speedway highlighted in that. Also, we were able to get Starved Rock highlighted in that first spot, that first 30-second spot. The current commercial that's running nationwide is more geared towards restaurants and food, but Mini Abe is part of a new campaign with Bill Curtis for mancations. We're encouraging men to make some travel decisions and men to visit some of the ballparks and racetracks and casinos, and certainly the Chicagoland Speedway. And we do have the Chicagoland Speedway as part of one of the mancation spots. I think we have those to show you as well, so we're going to air those.
Take a look.
Wild guess here, but Monday through Friday you drive, what, a 4-cylinder? Well, on Mancation, you'll drive something that's not even remotely close to street legal. Easy. Calm down, baby. We'll let you run in a minute. Vacation!
Well, Doctor, it's always fun to have you come on the show, always, always. And we need to do this probably on WJOL. We'll have to get some time set up for you to come in, but we'll have to shorten it up with WJOL. Scott Slocum gives me, like, I think 23 minutes or something on there. But
well, there's just so much to talk about and so much to share. And we're certainly excited about the area, and And when we're excited about it, it's easy to promote it, and we hope that people come to visit.
Yeah, and you do such a great job, your staff and you. I mean, you're also, this year, you have a new position as well, don't you? Didn't you get promoted or voted in? Or
I'm not sure it's a promotion, but I am the chair of the Illinois Council of Convention Visitors Bureaus organization. It is the professional organization for organizations like mine, for the CVB. I'm in the middle of a 2-year term with them. Thank you for mentioning that. As an organization, we advocate for the CVBs. We also generate educational opportunities through the Illinois Governor's Conference on Travel and Tourism. And then we generate sales. We actually have sales committees for meetings, for sports, and for tour and travel for groups. And we go to a variety of different shows. We have committees that do our sales component. So it's a really exciting time in Illinois. It's a great time to promote the state.
I know I don't want to do too much name calling because I'll forget someone, but I'm thinking of a gentleman who is familiar to many of you in Joliet, but he's now in Lockport, and I believe he is either vice chair or chair of the Heritage Corridor Convention and Tourism Bureau here in this area. Ben Benson?
Yes, Ben Benson is the current chair of the Convention Visitors Bureau. He will be stepping down at the end of the term, and he will continue on as an officer as treasurer. So Julie Johnson from the Ottawa Visitor Center will be our new chair, and thrilled to be able to continue to work with them.
Great people, great people. Well, thank you so much for allowing us to stop by and visit with you. And Bob, thank you for stopping by here. We're at Al's Steakhouse. Once again, don't forget lunch, dinner, banquets, as Bob mentioned.
Or meetings.
Or meetings. Great place here in Joliet, Jefferson, Hamas. I'm Richard Fredrickson. We'll see you next time.